Your Majesty, we have a problem. They're trying to seize your throne.
Take me to them now.
So in preparation for the movie The Woman King, which seems to be the reoccurring theme when it comes to women in powerful positions, starting with the transcendence of Queen Elizabeth, who ruled the British monarch for 70 years. It seems like the women who rule in their positions, whether in the entertainment industry or ruling a monarchy like Queen Elizabeth, have been the target of jokes, rumors, and speculation. It seems like after her passing, different stories have been coming out back to back to back. Now I wonder, is this a way to defer our eyes from what's going on in the British monarchy? I came across this tweet. Now this isn't the original fact checkers tweet, but this basically quotes what they stated, which is, fact checkers warn against misleading claims surrounding the Queen's death and upcoming funeral. Now, no major stories, at least not that I know of, have came out about the Queen's death, but this simple tweet seems like a foreshadow of what's maybe yet to come. But before she quantum leaped into the shadow realm, what was one of the main targets of discussion was this whole Halle Bailey Little Mermaid situation. I can't believe people were actually nitpicking at what color a marine creature's skin would be. I feel like they should have been lucky Ariel didn't look like this.
Be wearing a wig, and when they breathe, the top half and the bottom half seems to separate.
I really can't believe some people actually was debating on whether that was real or not. Just like people are debating the same thing again with this Little Mermaid movie. I doubt the Little Mermaid would even have hair, let alone be light skin, dark skin, white skin. For all we know, a mermaid could look something similar to this. This is a lanternfish. This is also one of the deep sea creatures. Or heck, the Little Mermaid could even look something like this. Lion-headed serpent. Yeah, that sounds about right. But one thing about Twitter and social media in general is they sure know how to be colorist and how to nitpick at the most trivial things. Things that they know will get under the skin of simple-minded folks. Now, after the passing of the Queen of the Abyss, Queen Elizabeth, I'm joking. Another queen who's been the target of all types of accusations is none other than the Queen of Rap, Nicki Minaj. Now, it started off with a rant where Nicki Minaj stated that someone in the industry went to go do some magic on her, and a lot of people were speculating that it was Cardi B she was referring to. Azealia Banks also had a few things to say on her Instagram about it as well. As Nicki proceeds to,
bitch, if you can't feel this, stand a motherfucking heat. Get the fuck out the kitchen, bitch. Do you care about my motherfucking son, bitch? Did you care about my motherfucking son, hoe? I see why that white man left you, bitch.
Another thing that I found quite interesting about this whole Nicki Minaj situation. So this is, I believe, one of her last albums maybe. And this came around about August 10th, right? Not only is it around the same portal as this Woman King movie, which comes out September 16th. So we have this whole Leo and Virgo energy, Earth and Fire. And Nicki being a Sag and Virgo moon, Earth and Fire. Well, Fire and Earth. Her album cover not only has this whole orange color scheme going on, her headdress is similar to this Nubian queen, Napare. She dates back to the 25th dynasty of Egypt. The role of women in Nubia, although ruling queens in themselves may not be unusual, the portrayal of Nubian queen is exceptional. Canella describes a panel on display at the 1993's exhibit Nubia, Egypt's rival in Africa, depicting a queen smiting her enemies, and notes that women in Nubia exercise significant control over society. Nubian warrior queens fought for the interests of the Nubian Kushite Empire, and many Nubians worship the queen of all goddesses, Isis. Now tell me that Nicki isn't embodying this whole Nubian queen, and she damn sure is smiting her enemies with these verbal attacks. She's definitely giving Queen of Nubia, and she already has that Isis energy, which is the Virgin Mary. So this is Isis and Horus. In Christianity, it would be Mary and Jesus. So we know Isis is an Egyptian goddess, but also the name Isis was used for the Greeks as well. But around the first millennium BCE, Osiris and Isis, they were the main deities being worshipped in Egypt. And when Egypt was ruled by the Greeks, Isis was still being worshipped. Nubians even built temples in dedication to Isis. And the rise of her worship was basically ended due to Christianity. So they revamped the story and turned her into Virgin Mary. Like I said, all of this gives me the woman king, woman in power, matriarchy, rise and fall. Like the rise of this actress, Kingta Brunson. We know her for Oh You Got Money. She recently won an Emmy. And here you see Jimmy Kimmel laying on the stage playing dead. Now some people took this as an insult.
I think in that moment I was just really happy that it was Jimmy up there.
But someone like me, I seen this more of being symbolic. I mean, this could be a long shot, but what I see is either two things. Either this could be symbolic of maybe men being the more submissive role or laying down your life for someone, like this Nubian queen. You know how some white men love to call somebody a Nubian queen? I also see this, he's could be playing the role as Osiris, and she can be playing the role as Isis or the Black Madonna. And the Black Madonna or the Black version is also the same depiction as Isis and Virgin Mary, Mother Mary, mostly seen in Catholic or Orthodox countries. And in this depiction, you can see that she's wearing a crown, similar to this crown, known as the Corona crown. And Corona literally means crown or Kronos. He's known as the leader of the first generation Titans. He's the descendant of Gaia and Uranus. So in Greek mythos, Kronos will rule the planet Saturn. Just like Virgo is associated with harvest. That's why you see Virgo holding the wheat, or she's in the cornfields. It's a time where farmers will be reaping the crops they have planted. And another thing about the Emmys is even the awards, the literal award is even symbolic. You have this angel holding up this celestial sphere, which literally looks like the model of an atom. And it also kind of reminds me of this statue of Atlas. And Atlas is another Titan god who was sentenced to basically hold up the sky or heavens by Zeus for warring against him. Now what I wanted to say about this Emmy and the angel is that the wings give me very much Zeus lightning bolts. And it also reminds me of one of the characters from Thor. Now in Norse mythology, Thor is also known as the god of thunder as well. In Roman mythology, Jupiter is also like the equivalent of Zeus. But back to Thor, right? When we rewind back to which was Thor, Thunder and Love and Thunder, something like that. One of the characters who plays as King Valkyrie is Tessa Thompson, which once again brings me back to this whole woman king, woman in powerful positions, matriarchal system. The main points that I'm trying to get at here is that basically all the women that you see here are either receiving some type of praise or some type of criticism. And this all seems to conveniently be happening before the drop of the movie The Woman King. Another thing I noticed and wanted to add is that all these women are sharing this fire and earth portal. We have the Queen, who's a Taurus, which is earth. Nikki and Quinita are both Sagittarius, which is fire. And we have Hailey Bailey, who's an Aries, another fire sign. And we know fire is about being passionate, independent, having strong emotions, being confident, and even sometimes being destructive. And earth is about being practical, dependable, loyal, being builders, gaining material. Taurus with the I have, Sag with the I understand, Aries with the I am, and Leo with the I create. All these characteristics seem to fall right in alignment with the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's about independent women who are strong, brave, confident, passionate, and are builders for their community. Just like some of the women that we spoke about today. Very fitting for the anticipation of the Woman King.